Hey y'all, and welcome back to my backyard. It is absolutely beautiful today, and we are going to go ahead and get out here and tackle trimming back our roses. So we are the middle of February, and for us here in coastal North Carolina, I think that is a perfect time to go ahead and get them cut back. So these are some of the roses we're going to be tackling today. I have 3 David Austin roses here, and as you can see, they're already starting to bud out a little bit. See the little red right there? So I want to go ahead and get these trimmed back before we get too warm. But speaking of warm, our high today is 65, but I want you guys to look over here. Look at our snow. Is this not crazy? It snowed and snowed and snowed. We just got dumped on. They called it a snow cane. The eye of a hurricane was saw in the ocean, and it just dropped snow on top of us. So this snow here is a week and 4 days old. So this is how much snow we got. But everything's looking good. I was very surprised at my verbena. This is the one by Proven Winners. It's the pink cashmere Superbena. But look how good it's doing, guys. Still has lots of green. I kept all of the old growth so it could kind of like protect it, and I think it really did. So all the old growth kind of held up all the snow, and it kind of insulated. So that's one of the good reasons about hanging on to your old growth, so it can kind of insulate your plants. The Gara looks like it's doing good. Hydrangeas are doing great. I didn't have any flopping with the buds over here. The blooms over here. So they look super good. These are the White Wedding by Southern Living. I have really been loving those lately. Now on our tall guy arborvitae, Savannah did come and she kind of knocked the snow off of them because we didn't want them to get like bent in any way. So she just kind of came out here with I think she said a broom, and just kind of knocked the snow off of them. I went around the front to our boxwoods and I knocked the snow off of them. Probably wasn't necessarily necessary, but some of them were kind of drooping down. So we're going to go ahead and get this rose cut back here. This is my no-name rose that I got from Lowe's. It didn't have a tag on it. This is the Alnwick rose. This one has the pink blossoms, and this is David Austin here. So this is their second year in the garden. Yes, second year. Yes, I think it's second year. And then this is the Claire Austin, which we're going to end up moving her. And this is the Lady of Shalott. Lady of Shalott has orange blossoms. She is so beautiful. She's actually considered a small climber. And I want you to look at her, how big she is. Maybe this is their third growing season. Yes, I think this is their third. This will be going into their third spring. Look how big. Oh my goodness. So Claire Austin is a climber. She's a small climber. They just do not well. This is just too close together. So make sure that you read your plant tags because it does make a difference. We do have a drift rose over here. So this one's a apricot drift rose. Super beautiful, vigorous rose. We're going to trim her back. And then we've got 2 more on the other side. So we've got this one here. And then this one here is the baby of the one that we just looked at. It had like a little baby come off of it. So we're going to get those trimmed back. And then I got a couple more over here. These are from Heirloom Roses, but they're David Austin roses. And these are en route roses. This is the Cream Abundance, so it has a pretty white blossoms. And this is Scepter Dial, and she has the pink blossoms. So we're going to get those trimmed back too. And then eventually we need to get to our lavender and our grasses. So I don't have a lot of time to work out in the garden today, but I want to get as much done as we can while we're out here. Little check-in on my pansies. These are the ones that we grew from seed together, guys, and they are doing really good. The snow just kind of covered them up. But look how pretty. I think the snow gave them a lot of good dose of nitrogen. Probably need to give them a little bit of water. This one looks like something's been kind of picking at it. Maybe a bird or squirrel or something. But there's a flower there. Oh, and here's a flower here. That one's pretty. But yeah, I'm so excited that we were able to grow little pansies ourselves. And these are all the winter sowing jugs we have set up. I don't see any germination yet. Yeah, everything's looking good. So let's go ahead and get these trimmed back and see how much more time we have to work in the garden today. So looking at this one here, I think we're going to trim it back to about right here. And we're going to kind of keep that look around anything that's dead, diseased, crossing, anything that's smaller than the size of a pencil. Want to get those cut back. This one has been struggling on black spot. So my kind of view over it for the last couple years is the Alnwick rose has not been the best one at disease resistant. But the Lady of Shalott has been really good at disease resistant. And so far, Claire Austin has too. So if I was planting again, I probably wouldn't plant this one again just because we're so wet here that we struggle with the black spot. So we're going to go ahead and get her trimmed back today. I feel like it's so hard to show how to trim back a rose because I feel like it's just like almost like you can see through it with the camera. So we're going to do about a third back on this rose. This one is really bad about shooting up really wild canes. So it's not going to hurt her to be trimmed back a little bit harder because she really doesn't care. And I'm going to kind of trim it back right above a bud. So like I said, the buds are already coming out on these roses. And the nice thing about roses is they're really resilient and they can take a lot more than what we think that they can, especially ones that want to grow kind of wild. And this one definitely likes to send up some weird canes. This one over here is crossing. I wanted to get you up close and kind of see when I'm talking about a bud, so hopefully it'll focus. There's a bud right here, and there's a bud right here, and a bud right here. So I wouldn't want to cut it above this one because this is going to have a branch that's going to go this way, but this one's going to have a branch that goes this way. So we always want the branches to go out and not in because it's better that way so they'll have more airflow. So these right here are crossing. So I'm going to go ahead and cut back this one so it doesn't rub on this one. And then we have ones that are pretty skinny, like this is a little dead piece here. Cut that back. And then the ones that are real skinny and spindly, we're just going to kind of cut that back above a node that's right in here. And of course, we want to make sure we don't have any old blossoms. Take those off. But some of these canes get super, super thick. So we're just going to kind of go through one by one, like these are crossing here. And we'll get all of that cleaned up. We'll just look for those little outer branches and cut back the old growth from last year. Okay, guys, so I will catch back up with you and show you what the end product looks like. Okay, guys, so we got this one all trimmed back, and we made sure we kept it open in the center so we can have lots of airflow. So I think that one is looking great. And then I made sure to clean up around the base any of the old leaves. I got those cleaned up as well. And now we're going to go on and tackle our Claire Austin. We're going to cut this one back really hard because we're going to move it. Okay, so the Claire Austin is cut back except for this really long cane. And I think I'm going to have to get my loppers to take that one down because it is so thick in there. Okay, so our last one here is Our Lady of Shalott. Woo, she is looking beastly, guys. I kind of usually go in and say take like a big cane. And I'm like, okay, where do we want them all to kind of line up? So maybe right about here. And we'll all kind of make everything else line up around that one. This one grows so fast. And I'm going to work on pruning this more during the growing season and not letting it get this big. Because I think last year it put a lot of growth it put a lot of energy into all this growth, and then it forgot about flowers. So we want it to remember flowers and not have so much bushy growth. Okay, guys, so the sun is starting to go down. And so this is going to be the end of our rose cutting day. So we still have that one really tall one right there. Now, this Lady of Shalott, she was, whew, she gave me a run for my money. And I definitely should have wore better gloves and my protection sleeves. I was just too lazy and didn't go and get them. Now you can see we still have some rogue branches in there, but I have got to run. So I'm going to get a little dessert tray ready because we have a little group of ladies that are meeting tonight. So I've got some little brownie bites and some little chocolate covered truffles and some brownies with like a cream cheese icing. So that's going to be super yummy, but this is what it looks like. And I think this is a good start for our first day of being back in the garden after months and months. So I'm really excited. I'll have to get my big wagon to come over here and get that out. And then as we go along, we'll just kind of keep cleaning up um, like our vermillionaire over there. I want to kind of wait just a little bit because we do have a night that's going to go down to 19. And that's considered kind of a tender perennial. And so I want to just kind of wait on that one. The roses will be perfectly fine. But yeah, so that is where we're going to end it for today. Thank you guys for joining me back in the garden today on this beautiful, sunny, snowy day. Isn't that hilarious? But I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below, have you started pruning back your roses yet? What's your weather been like? It's always interesting to hear how everybody's is so different. I know a lot of people like to watch Garden Answer, and I feel like she has been warmer than us this year in North Carolina, which is so amazing because I think one year they had like 50 something inches of snow. So I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for gardening with me today. Bye, friends.